we're
You
live.
can't fucking count to 5.
Good evening. Excuse the language from Rebel there. This is Chris FE, and once again on a Sunday evening live with all our experiments. And I say I'm Chris FE, and if you'd like to introduce yourselves.
Oh god.
I'm Mick.
Hey,
Um,
I'm Sandy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Right, so I should move
And
this.
collectively, we collectively. Well, we need to put that in at the start, Chris. That's what I'm sorry. Can you start again?
No, we'll just carry on ad hocly. There's no flies here. So yeah, we're sort of two true pioneers of the realm.
Yes.
Okay, right. So first of all, what I'm going to start with, what we discussed last week was the ins and outs of some of the stuff. And what you're looking at here looks like a bit of a.
We can't see anything, Chris.
Oh, hang on a second. What I'm about to show you.
Total pro.
It's all this bloody waiting around, isn't it? Right, so there, sure up. Can you see it there?
yes.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what you're looking at here is the remnants of my water distiller, and I have it somewhere. Where on earth did I put that now? My water distiller. So I'm going to pull up a photograph of the actual base. Somewhere I have it. I have it. This is one of the last things I was prepared. So
Ooh.
I can't do that. Open a new link. I should just drop it across to here. If you can see that, this is looking down inside my water distiller before it's cleaned. So this is the very base where the heater is underneath there. This is all the garbage, and you can see around the sides here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, where all the garbage is. So I actually scraped some of
Why
this
can't
out.
I see anything? Oh, there it is.
I scraped some
Right.
of this out and put it onto one of my slides, and there it was. And this is under magnification. That's probably about 2.5 times. So go to the next one. I can actually click here. Next photograph, it's getting bigger. And 5 times. It's starting to come out of focus around these areas because it's obviously got a bit of height and depth to this picture now. Okay, and there's all this small debris around. Crack on a bit more. Now I'm actually focusing out, and it does look like sand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is further in, and you can see there's all different sort of colors here. And as you start to look closer, it has a crystal effect, more or less.
Yeah.
And you can see there, it's very, very.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, now that's come out of the water. So it's heavier than the steam, so it's dropped.
Could it be salts?
Could be salts. That's not a bad shout. I did think that, especially the clearer bit. But there's all sorts of, and even the crap here. Excuse my French, but these bits here, I've no idea what they are.
Yeah. Different minerals.
But this,
Yeah,
different minerals perhaps.
Yeah.
Have we seen that lilac colour before? It's like a lilac colour.
You're a bit low there, Sandy.
Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Oops. That's a new.
Try that. You said, have we seen it before?
Oh no.
Oh, that's a bit better.
Oh no.
Hello. Okay. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just that. I'm sorry. I thought Sandy was just prepping herself there. Yeah, so again, all this debris around. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a random sort of selection. I managed to put a drop more water in there just to scoop some up and allow it to put onto my glass plate and allowed it to dry. Okay,
Yeah.
right, and it's a bit more condensed here.
Yeah.
Right, okay, and I think this is the last one I took. So I only took about a handful of images there. Now, the blood sample that I mixed, that I took to my establishment.
Yes.
Now, first of all, what I
Batcave.
yes. Now, what happened was my first samples. You know, I said to you about the crystalline effect that was happening in my blood that
Yeah.
Right.
that I didn't electrify. I had to get rid of that because I had a little accident, and I thought it was no problem. I'd repeat it. But when I repeated the experiment, I think the blood was a lot thicker, and it where it's thinner, you'd probably get the crystalline effect. But because the blood was quite thick and it was sort of in a globule, I'll show you actually. Let's stop.
Coagulated.
Not well, no, it's not about. So what I do here's there's quite a bit to see here. So
I'm back. Sorry about that,
no
Chris.
worries, Sandy. All right,
My
so
tablet just switched itself off, and I don't know why. But anyway, I'm back. Sorry.
we'll get you present next time, Sandy.
Oh my God, no! It'd
Hey,
be a
what?
disaster.
Hey, what
Go
my
on.
like? Right, I've got the closing. Right, next one. Right, so this is a high shot of my unelectrified blood. Now the center point here is the light from the microscope, which because of I wanted to get this all in. I picture the scene; it's like a round sort of thing, but towards the edges, because it was quite thick. I mean, this is going to be mind blowing in a way. So when I looked at this, I was thinking hard, and I was thinking about what everything everybody was saying about stuff. All right, so
Yeah.
Right.
and it's open for debate, it's open for discussion, but it's quite interesting. And this is my blood, which was allowed to dry. This is without. This is with the drop on it, but
Oh
without
yeah.
being electrified. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So it's
Yep.
just standard blood. And here's the edge.
Ooh.
Now, look at the way that it's 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 actually come away, and the layers are thinned all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the lighting is I've got so I can here is the glass plate, but I've got the exposure setting so high that I can define. I mean, if I bring this in, I'll talk about these lighter areas in a minute because
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
it relates something to what you were saying, Kathy. So I think
Right.
it's congealed here,
Yeah.
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 and it's as it gets further out, it's again on the edges. It's actually the same here, but it's smaller as it's. But I've got some close-ups of this. You'll see. Like I say, I'll talk through it.
Is this a drop of soup on this, Chris?
Is what? Sorry.
Yeah.
Has there been a drop of soup put on
Yeah,
this?
bit of free sauce on this
Free
one.
sauce.
Yeah, but I think because the blood is so thick, it's either not penetrated through, so I don't get the same effect. What I needed to do is to try and space it out, but because it 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 coagulates very quickly, I had to be very quick.
Yeah.
And whilst I was bleeding, um,
Oh,
I had to,
get the violins out.
yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So so anyway, it's more of the same here. It looks to be a bit of a worm there, but it's not. It looks something from an 80s
Yeah.
game, doesn't it? Like a landscape, for an alien landscape. Goodness knows
yeah.
why this sort of is here than not here, and it still looks wet and shiny. It looks, I would say, this looks
No.
quite. I don't know. It doesn't look healthy, does it?
No, not really. No.
But it must be because I'm still alive.
Yes.
Okay, and here's the edge. Now this could actually be a landscape. There's the sea. Look how And around here, this is probably either fluid from the blood or the special free source. I'm not sure. But I do,
Or you're from royalty. You've got blue blood there.
yeah,
Chris.
I was. Do you know you took the words right out of my. You spoke my joke.
Sorry.
It's all right. It's a team. Anyway, and as you see, I was going to see this is where I'm going to say that joke now. Yeah, now look, blue blood.
Insert joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there you can see. I mean, I guess that's still
Wow.
part of the blood, isn't it? As it's diluted. It's
Yeah.
always a process of dilution as it's got thinner.
Yeah.
But certainly the crystal effect we can't see now, which is a shame. Which I did definitely have in my previous one, but let's higher again.
Mm.
That's obviously the grain of the glass with all the scratches and everything. So, but there's a few little anomalies there. I'm not sure what that is. It could be just the cracks in it. I don't think there's anything there per se. This, as Mick said before about shadows. Okay, so I'm just going to wing it through here. That's right higher magnification now on the end where look there it is. Look, I got coronavirus. See it?
Yeah.
I got the corona.
My word.
I must have blue blood because there's crowns in there.
So is
Yeah.
that separate blood cells we're looking at, Chris?
I'm not sure if it's
Right.
separate or separate groups. I think it's separate groups, Mick. I wouldn't go as far as to say they're cells.
Because they're sitting, they look as if they're.
Yeah, they look like platelets, don't they?
Aye.
Yeah.
Chris, did they separate after you put the sauce on it? Or was it like that before you put
Well,
the sauce
no,
on it?
because that's a good question, Sandy. I put the blood sample down onto the glass plate and I immediately dropped the blood in dropped the special free sauce in the center, and she just went poof. I thought,
I see.
great. Now I'll leave that there.
Yeah.
Next one. Right, this I don't know what this is. It's in my blood.
Wow.
Have
Oh
a
my
look at
God.
this. It looks. No, I'm not going to say it now. I'm not going to say it now because it'll have more effect later on. This is a snapshot of something I took. It looks sort of metallic, sort of crystal. It's out of focus. I haven't got a better one than
Yeah.
that. There it is. There. It looks weird.
Wow.
That's like a dry desert, Chris.
Oh yeah.
You just,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah. Hang on a
Huh?
minute. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I'll show you something in a minute, Mick. Now, it does look like a dry land that's cracked in parts
It
from
does.
water. Yeah. There it is, a bit closer up.
What the hell?
What the fuck is that?
What the hell?
No idea.
Is that inside you?
Yes.
I don't
Well,
think
it's
that's
not now,
supposed to
but
be
it
there,
was.
Chris.
Hold
I
on.
hope I've not got one.
No idea, but it doesn't look anything,
Natural.
Oh.
Oh my word.
Yeah, but oh, hang on. But
Looks
it's
like it's
right.
trapped.
Here's to the side, so it's more same, right?
Mm.
I mean, it just looks like foreign landscape, doesn't it? Where you've got,
Yeah.
there's and again, some at the top. This is interesting. This thing here, these things. I'll zoom in on those in a sec. But you can see the gradients as it's sort of
Yeah.
this is going
Is
downhill.
that the blood drying out then, Chris, going towards the edge?
The blood has dried out now, Mick.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thickest part's right in the centre.
Yeah.
Have you any close-ups of that?
Yes, I do. You just saw one
Oh, is that where that was?
where the crystal was. Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
Right. Now this is interesting. This could be like a rainforest with some water holes in it, right?
Mm.
Now look at these. I'll zoom in onto these now to see what they are, and you tell me what it looks like.
Go on.
Go in again. Go in again. I've increased the exposure. What does that look like, Kathy, to you?
Cracked ice.
Yeah, probably ice.
No, think again.
Oh, go on.
In terms of land, it looks like clay.
Uh-huh.
See where you're going.
Look
Yes.
at that.
Yeah,
It looks
does,
like
yeah.
broken up clay, doesn't it?
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Holy
when it's
shoot.
drying out.
Yeah.
See,
But
we
see,
could
this
be.
is the thing. Well, if you break down what are the components of clay, like really break it down,
Yeah,
it's identical to the components of skin.
there you go.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, what I'm specifically missing here, which I can't see anywhere here, are those worms, right? I
Yeah,
say worms, those shards, right? Be very
yes.
mindful of that. I'm looking around. I looked quite hard. I think, look at this. I mean,
Look at
that
that.
is,
They look raised as well, those lines. They look raised.
I think they're indented, so it's the opposite way, I think, Sandy, where
Yeah.
these globules here look raised.
Ah.
Aye.
And unfortunately, my other instrument wasn't available, so I couldn't get up to 100 times mag. But I think this
I think that's fantastic.
tells us enough, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Oh, aye.
next one. I'll keep going on through more of the same. I mean, these were well protected as well. Nothing got onto these, I can assure you, and they weren't exposed until they were in the environment that's clean.
yeah,
And here's some more. I mean, why this here and
yeah.
nowhere
Why?
else? It's is it random? Or we're back to the pretty much the same picture. So I'm just going to have. There should be some more coming up. Yeah, I didn't. I took a look at this. Now, when I zoom in on this, it looks like a frog.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
But this
Yeah.
is more towards the center where I did drop the jobby, right?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some
That's
more.
ground zero.
Yeah, there's more clay.
Yeah.
Slightly
Yeah.
different, as you can see.
Mhm.
Oh, there are some little smags here. Look, right there. Yeah, there are. I did find some. Yeah. So here,
Yeah.
there's some.
Wow.
Can you see them?
Yes, I can.
No idea what that is.
Oh yeah.
Like
Can
I
see
said,
it.
I'll show
Oh
you.
yeah.
I'll show you the difference between keeping these undercover, keeping these clean, and then exposing them into a clean environment, as opposed to leaving a slide under a cover on my desk at home.
Yeah.
It may be sandwiches.
Yeah. So you can see more here. Look, see them?
Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah.
And now there's some down below there. Now these aren't something that have fallen in. These are there.
Yeah.
Some
Wow.
there, another one there with the multicolors.
When they freeze that a minute, Chris.
Some up there.
Yeah, because some are laying along the cracks, aren't they?
I can't freeze it now, mate.
Along.
I haven't got the samples
All
anymore.
right. Oh, do you know what I can think and see, Chris? I think they're coming through underneath.
Possibly. There's some other crystalline effect there. There's another bit there. One up there, look, bridging.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can almost see, if I dare say, some sort of crystalline, maybe not attempting there, but it seems these crevices look quite deep. That's why I said
Yeah.
the blood sample was quite thick.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
one there, look. This one here is quite pronounced.
Mm.
Okay, so next one is a big yin. Look, they're all over the shop. Look, there,
Yeah.
there.
It's full of it.
Next one. I'm not very well, am I?
What?
Look at
Oh
that.
yeah.
No idea what that is. Where did that come from? What is it? Is that the reason why I took this shot? Is because that looked as if that was starting to be sort of like a pyramid.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
there's the
Oh yeah.
center. It's quite deformed though, isn't it? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe my blood's so healthy it can't grow properly.
It's
You've
So
got a few foreign objects in your blood, Chris.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's about
What have you
time.
been doing?
There we go. Who hasn't making this environment? Right now, here we on to the blob.
Oh, okay.
Get ready. Here we go.
Go on.
It's got some
You do it.
height on it. Right, getting closer. You can see this is the background of the blood, obviously, and here's I'm focusing on the height here. This is probably
Yeah.
about 20 times, coming up to 50 times. There we go. There's the frog.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
Its mouth. And look, there's these stick things on the end. Look. Oh my word.
It's
Oh
definitely
yeah.
got, it's definitely got height, Chris. You can tell with the shadows.
Yeah.
That is so.
You give it a name yet?
Well, Sandy
Don't
sprang to mind, but
So you could say Kermit.
no, seriously. No, I know it's got a name. No.
You got to get a name.
Oh, the bloody thing. I don't know. No,
It
not give
looks
it.
like a crocodile kicking it, hanging out of the water.
Mm,
It's looking at you.
yeah. Ribbit.
Mm.
Bloody.
Wow.
No idea. Next one. Right.
Oh,
Here's the
what's
lagoon.
that?
Things swimming in the lagoon.
Oh
Was it a
God.
tombola? Tombola? Anyway. Uh, so I'll just have a
This is the edge of the blood, Chris.
yes. So I
On,
thought
on the glass.
yeah, that's the glass there you can see with
Right.
the grain.
It's just breaking up all the way down, isn't it?
Yeah. See, these look indented now, don't they? You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
not sure.
Mm.
Now this thing here, I called this the horseshoe crab. Have a look at this. I did call this Oscar.
You give it a name.
I did. Hello, Oscar. Look at it. What the hell
Wow.
is that?
Jesus Christ.
I'm not very well. Please help me. Holy
Oh
shit.
my God.
Is that? I
Have you been
think
Is it?
shot? Have you been shot?
I had no idea, but I just think it's the way it is. I don't think these are antennae or anything or legs.
No.
It's just the way it's fallen. I'm just sensationalizing it, really. I mean, I just think that's the way these things were laying, that this globule happened to be there.
But it's made a dent, hasn't it?
Well, it's
So it
got
must be
hides on it.
heavier. Yeah,
It,
yeah.
of course, yes, and as Mick says, look at the shadow, but
Yeah,
I'll,
that's always the clue.
it has got height. You see that,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's pulling out. There's another one there. That's his offspring, I'm sure, or something.
Yeah.
There's a
Mm.
dark patch. I don't think I recorded a dark patch. Oh, I meant to do that. I don't think I did. So anyway,
See, all the slides you see of blood, it never looks like that, does it?
No.
No,
no,
no.
just other things in it. That looks like some sort of flying devil there, look, with a big sword in his hand.
Yeah.
And look at this
See it
effect
now.
here.
Oh, you got a river.
The
Yeah.
fluid. Look. I mean, it almost looks like contour lines. It could be the way the light is actually probably diffracting through the contour lines or the layers of the fluid that's there.
What's that circle there to the left, Chris?
This
Right,
one.
you're right where you are. Aye, there.
No idea. Oh, it's gone now. See if I get a capture on that one. Oh,
Oh.
I mean, that looks like saying, "Hey, we're off, boys. Come on."
Button moon.
No idea.
Oh gosh.
Maybe that's the fluid with the just coming out. I don't know. I mean, it's completely random, okay? And it does look coagulated here quite a bit. I might give another shot on it. Yeah. Goodness knows. I mean, that's not the same mix of blood as you saw back there where it was thicker, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some things in it. No idea. Oh, look. No, I think they're cracks. See any. No idea what that is.
Mm.
Okay, next one. And again, that's it closer up,
Ooh.
almost as if it's got a crystalline structure. But it
Yeah.
could be quite deceiving because of the light actually gives it that effect. But it has to be. It's more defined and more rugged, isn't it? Look, it has structure to it. I mean, if it
Yeah.
didn't,
It's different for the stuff next to it.
yeah. Hmm. So, and that is that for the unelectrified blood,
Okay.
right? So, should we move to the electrified blood?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Alrighty. So there's the coronavirus again.
Oh my God.
This was look. And I
Oh,
thought,
yeah.
oh my word.
Now we know it's CGI.
More of this ringing effect with the. I think the more I look at this, it is to do with the lines with the contours of the fluid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the. Here's some more spanky things. No idea. What are these? Little nymphs. And
Oh,
there's the. Is that? See that little line there?
yeah.
That's 1.36 micrometers in length. That's
Right.
one millionth of a millimeter there, right?
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't know what these are. Spikes.
Mm.
And this is electrified. I say it's electrified. So this is what I was zapping. Probably not a whole lot of difference.
Mm.
It's slightly different in effect. Not so.
Mm.
The gradient isn't. You know, this border's more defined, isn't it?
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
about the same thickness because I tried to get the blood out before it started congealing. So to get away from the heat of my body onto a cold glass plate so it wouldn't
Oh, yeah.
congeal as quick. But this seems to be a bit more, I don't know, it's
Mm.
not so. Well,
More uniform, isn't it?
this effect here is pretty much the same as we saw in the other one, but this is darker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of the same.
Mm.
It just looks like crazy paving, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
there again.
That's dry stone wall.
And this is electrified. Now, what I'm looking for here is some of these. What was interesting, I had these red rings here, and I thought it was the microscope, but it's not.
Oh, yeah.
These red
Oh,
rings. No idea what these were. It's a bit
Wow.
red shading look.
yeah.
Maybe
Oh,
it
yeah.
hadn't dried out as much. And what's this here? No idea. No, no. And there's this blue thing. I must have. There's a few of them. Look at this one
Yeah.
here. It's right in
Yeah.
there. Look. That's embedded, is
That's,
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, Chris.
Yeah.
And I think it's alive.
I'm not sure if it's alive, but these crevices do look quite deep.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. If you were stood there, you want to run and jump over, wouldn't you? You know, so.
That reminds me of that film about Antarctica, the thing, where they find a big ship in the ice.
Yeah. See,
Look
there
at
you
That
go.
was
that.
definitely that
That's
other thing there. The first thing you looked at was definitely underneath the blood
so
or
this
within the blood.
that 0.68. That's half a millionth of a millimeter, which is there.
Right?
So
Yeah.
you're probably a million times that across here is a millimeter.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, it goes to show you how small this is, right?
So that thing on the left, Chris, and the one further to the left, that's also embedded within the blood.
Let's get him over. So let's try and get that. Oh, come on. Can't get that there. Hmm. Wonder if I can get that. No, it's not going to let me get that further over. I'd have to close it down a bit. No. Okay, next one. We've got a bit to get through. And there we go.
Wow.
Good God.
0.27 micrometers there.
Mm.
So you know the scale of what we're looking at, you see?
Yeah.
Right?
You know, it has always intrigued me the way I know it's been said previous, but I remember visiting a science museum that was only temporary somewhere in Cornwall or Devon or somewhere when I was a
Mhm.
kid, and you looked at the outer space photographs, then you looked into the body, and they were exactly the same.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so we look at this small stuff here, and we think we know what's the biggest in our environment and what the smallest is. So we think in terms of ourselves and how big we are compared to what's around us. and then we look at what's inside us,
Yep.
and you could imagine
Yeah.
something being so small that it thinks that
Yeah.
it's its world. So how do we know that's not what we're in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've thought about that before, Chris.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it just when you see this and how defined it is at such a level, you know,
Every single human being on this earth is a microcosm within themselves.
yeah,
Yeah.
There's so much life within each person's world, everybody.
yeah. It's more of that stuff again. And this was quite interesting. This thing here.
Mm.
See this blue?
Mm.
I thought, what's the blue there? I mean, this
Yeah.
looks destructive, doesn't it? This looks like it's there is a shard there. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something there,
Yeah.
but this looks completely destroyed. Whatever
Yeah.
this was starting to be.
Mm.
And I'll show you more of that in a minute because it's amazing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But this blue thing again,
Oh my
now
God.
remember this from the previous one where we had all the grey.
Yes.
This isn't so grey anymore, is it?
No,
It's
it
a
isn't.
different colour. But this blue thing is a bit, not sure.
Oh well.
What
Wow.
is that? And again, I put a reference to the mark
The
here,
size.
which is 0.68 micrometers again. Yeah, no idea. And
It's defined as well, isn't it, on the
it's
edges?
it's coming out, isn't it? It's like water.
It's going through the blood, Chris.
Yeah. No idea. I think
Very strange.
let's go back to that one. Shall we take another look if you want? Yeah, it's very strange. I'll give you that.
I think with a new name for you, Chris. Alf. Alien life forms.
Yeah.
I remember that. I never watched it. It was a stupid American program, wasn't it? Yeah, I never watched it.
You've got something new, mate.
Well, you better send me some of your blood then, Mick. Let's take the piss out of yours, shall we?
Yeah.
I certainly will. Does it travel well?
A good vintage. Just stay off the iron brew, mate. Okay, so here's some more clay, but
Yeah.
I think we're nearly there. But there's something else in here. Again, here's these ring defects. I've no idea. Even
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
smaller
yeah,
one.
see them,
Now
Chris.
you've mentioned them
I've
now.
no
Yeah.
idea why that's there. They
Yeah.
weren't on the others, were they?
Wow.
Unless it's the
What's that?
way it's been zinged with the electrical pulsar. 1.36 micrometers there. This distance here. So a
It
million.
really is a small world, Chris.
It is.
Totally.
Almost like you've got like a different fingerprint. Everyone's got a different one.
Well, who
Mm.
knows? I
Yeah.
wonder what an actual pathologist would think of this if he was looking at this and thinking, "Yeah, I can see how this guy died. Hey, no, it's me. I'm still alive. Oh, are you sure? No, I don't know. Pinch me. I've no idea."
Oh.
And again, here it's more of a plane, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, it's
Yeah.
it's as it's spread out, it's not so affected, if I may say that.
No, it's not.
This is the electrified blood with the special sauce.
Mm.
Close-ups.
The colours.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? Look.
Yeah. Mm.
Try and bring down more on that. I'm not sure what all this is. I couldn't really begin to say, to be honest. Why is there a patch here? And why is it okay with this thicker part of the border of the blood here? Because there's going to be height on this as well.
Yeah.
That's why I'd say that this is out this way because it's following the shape. It's bloomed out this way as it's dried. Yeah. Next one. Okay, it's just more of the same.
Right.
but I can't see any of those wormy things, or very, very few and far between. Is that
You should be happy about that, by the way.
Well, yeah, but it just goes to show I have to keep using the zapper all the time. Not sure what this is here. Got some growth there, mate. Don't know what that is. Looks like some sort of vegetable.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, now we're on to the horror show now.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah. Look at these dry stone walls, people.
Yeah,
Look at that. I mean, come on. It, that video, that taster photograph I showed you, look,
Oh, wow.
it
yeah,
looks like bloody stone. I'm
it
telling
does.
you.
It
does
does.
actually, yeah. Mm.
Honestly, I thought, no way. Look at it.
Yeah,
You could break that down literally and think, and over time would that particulate even more into its component parts? I don't know if it's weathered. And it's definitely above because the focus is out
It does.
underneath.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah.
why is it partitioning it like that? Why? What is this lattice work that's over above it?
Does that happen in nature then?
It happens on the Aran Islands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but maybe that's what it is, mate. I have no idea.
Mm.
Do you know what? Isn't it the same sort of pattern if you look very closely at a leaf?
Yes, yeah,
It's the same thing, isn't it?
of
Aye.
course.
I'm gonna look at a leaf now.
I mean, look. I mean, they almost look like my what do you call them? I've got some actually. What are they called? Oh yes, twiglets. I mean, what on earth, or what in me is this?
Yeah,
Uh,
Definitely go hike this.
Ooh,
I wonder if that's cells just breaking down.
cells breaking down. It
I
could be
don't
the
know.
communication path.
Could be,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
No
Well,
idea.
they pass it above the blood.
Yeah. Well, that's the way it's come out, isn't it? You know, all down here. Oh, is there something in there? Some sort of night? No, it's not. It's just all something along there. It's all ruined, isn't it, down here? Look, whatever
Yeah.
was coming out is ruined
Oh, yeah.
all the way along there.
Yeah, it's
Black.
changed form.
Look at it all
Completely
black
changed
down there.
form. Mm.
Not getting the blue lagoony effect. This is on the edge of the glass here. That, by the way, separated one there. I think we're pretty much nearly there now. No idea. I thought this looked like something, but it's not. Again, I think this is one of the tester shots I sent you. Taster, sorry. Yeah, this one. I mean,
Mm.
it reminds me of old bark as well. That's just perishing in. You see this type of wood line on the ground in the moors. And
I think,
looking, can you see any shards? Oh, there's one. Is that one? Or is that part of it? No, that's not. I can't see any of those spiky things anywhere.
No.
Where
yeah, I've
are?
just put a close-up picture of a leaf in the chat.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Not, I don't mean go off it, but I'm just looking at it now on my phone.
Yeah.
Aye,
Wow. Oh, it's very similar.
yeah,
It is similar, isn't it?
It is, Kath, yeah.
yeah. There. That's the one I think I
Yeah.
sent. You could almost. It's almost as if you could grab that and get a sense of what it feels like. Yeah.
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 Mm,
Pick up a pair of tweezers.
wow.
Mm.
Aye. Well, that's probably across here. It's probably like probably 1.5 micrometers, mate.
Okay, small tweezers.
I wonder if that's to do with the fibrinogen in your blood, because that holds it together, doesn't it?
Well, that's a good. Yeah, you show this to a pathologist, and he'll know exactly.
Because if you've got less of it, you bleed more, don't you?
What? So a haemophiliac, you reckon, wouldn't have this?
I don't know. Maybe
That's a good
not.
point.
Not as much. Maybe not as thick. I don't know.
Okay, right. On to the
Right.
next subject. Does anybody need a toilet break or 5 minutes, or are you happy to continue?
No, we're all good, I think.
I'm good. I'm okay.
Just hang around, mate.
Okay, so I'll give you a bit of a background on my next thing. Right, so what I did, so what I have, these are two of the blood samples that are, it's on the back of this slide, please don't worry. Now, this slide is distilled water.
Yeah.
This slide is tap water. And as you can see, I haven't got my meter connected, I'm measuring the ohms. Now, the true way to do this when the water's wet is to actually use a microsiemens meter, which is a measure of conductance of the water, which would be equate to the amount of ions that are in it, or
Yeah.
bodies of things which will allow the water to become conductive. However, all I have is my trusty DVM, which has a very high input impedance, so it can only conduct here. So if this is a lesser resistance than the input of the probes, then the current's going to drive through it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Right.
Or you just take
Yeah.
my word for it.
I just
Yeah.
did.
Okay, so that's showing you how I set it up, and this one. So first of all, I put my probes there. This is on the tap water. I tried to keep the probes the same distance apart because the distance would be proportional to the resistance of the water, and that's reading 515K. That's half a mega ohm. Tap water.
Right.
Next one. Come on. Now, 0.733 meg. Slightly higher.
Right.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
that's 0.7. That's 733K. But it's the ranging or the auto ranging of the meter will show it as megohms, whereas this one showed it in kiloohms.
Oh, right.
So this
Right.
should read 733 as opposed to 515. It's just the way it ranges. You can see that from the scale bar down below. But anyway, there is a difference. It was done at the same time, just about from the tap. So what else have I? So what have I got to do? Okay, so what I have to show you is I have to go live now. Excuse me, I have to go live now with the slides
Oh.
because they dried out. So I'm going to get thy trusty camera up and running. It should be here already. Excuse me. Getting rid of all these. Oh dear. Now where's my camera gone? There. Right. So this is it says here. This is the same slide. Dist, right?
Okay.
Now here's the water that's dried. Now if I'm looking through, you can see on the edges here, you've got some sort of crystallized structure. Can you see
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get it focused in a bit better for you.
Uh,
Yeah. And there's something there, it's perhaps I need to,
Mm.
I don't know, there's some garbage there. But look, it's quite a large sample
Yeah.
as I go around. This is similar all the way around, okay? Bit heavier there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm going to have to really sterilize my distiller. But this is still the same water that I took a sample from as last week. And we did see some type of flowering effect in that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ignore all the debris, as I said. And yeah. So and in the center, there's just hardly anything. I mean, that's a blemish there, sure. Okay, so
This
that
is
was
distilled water, Chris.
sorry.
This is distilled water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay, it says dist. Right. Now the next slide is my tap water that I electrified.
Okay.
Right.
Right, because we all know what tap water looks like when it doesn't. So as you can see, it's got a similar effect to, where's the edge of that one? Here's the edges. It says E tap. Because if I don't write it on there, I forget which one's which, you know? Unless my memory can remember the patterns. But no. So now you can see that this is not too bad. It's not too bad at all. There's a lot more garbage in there, but
Yeah.
there's no real structure to it. And yeah, it's not too bad. Incidentally, I think the water quality from where I am isn't too bad, actually. So that is the job here, which is yeah. Okay, so that's the electrified tap. Now, here is the tap water, which is unelectrified,
Oh.
and so if I go up top, it just says on it, tap. So this is done at exactly the same time, whereas the you know, there's a lot more stuff in it
Yeah.
because the other one was electrified, E-tap. Whereas this one isn't.
There's a lot more stuff in there, isn't there?
There is, yeah. And this was done at the very same time. Look, you got that flowering effect.
Yeah.
This is obviously with no added sauce.
Okay.
Good. Okay. This is just to show you any effect that the drying and the residue between electrifying and non-electrifying. And there you are. Now we're on to some serious stuff now. So we have samples. The center sample here is of the thingy been zipped. Got some stuff in there. It's quite pronounced, but there's no real crystal structure. So this is water and the e-source being zapped.
Oh, right, I see.
Yeah. Okay. So we got quite a bit in there. And this one here is of the top one. Let's get it. And there we are. This is the water. Oh, see, I've got a slight scratch on that. That's a shame because I had some lovely crystals there. And this one is just with the, yeah, this is just with the water with the thingy added.
Okay.
Right.
And you can see the crystals created there.
Yeah.
This one again is just with the dried sample.
Okay.
Of the free source. I've got some photographs, some better photographs I took. And again, this thing got wedged under something. But here, I'm going to repeat this experiment live, online, in front of your very eyes. So what I did is I took a sample, and I decided in a slight moment of
Insanity.
sheer bloody mindedness, I decided to grab my 9-volt battery and just welly it on there.
Right.
And this is what I got. It started to fizz, and all this black stuff started breaking out.
Shit.
Wow.
And it started to spit. Can you see that? It
Yeah.
spat. Yeah.
Sprayed it out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I shall do it again.
Wow.
Yeah. It just looks a mess. But let me grab those. Excuse me a minute. Let me grab those two photos I was telling you about, because I did put them somewhere. I'm glad I did now, because this was the. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's open that one. Let's move that across to here. So this was the one originally that was
Wow.
the size of the crystals there. This was the wax and the water that was just left. I didn't electrify it or anything.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
course.
have you got a close up of that?
Can I increase that?
Thanks, Chris. Oh.
Yeah. This big bad boy here, look.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
See the crystals in the middle, shit, Chris.
There.
Yeah.
They're the same. Remember the ones from last week?
Yeah.
Where we seen the surrounding area was emptied as the crystal bit formed.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that here as well.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch this grow because I let it go. I had to go out over to my mum's and I let it go and I came back and it was there. You know, obviously I could see the residue on the glass plate. It's when I had the brainwave I was going to electrify it and I thought, oh, I'll tell you what, do I use a battery? So
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll clean off the back of one of my I've got some alcoholic wipes here, and then I'll just wipe it with dry cloth to make sure it's clean. So I'm going to drop in a sample onto the slide, and
Okay.
then what I'll do is I'll get my 9-volt battery. You know those clips you get that you can, you see them
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
for the positive minus, and you got the black and the red
Yeah.
lead flying off.
Yeah.
I use those in my blood electrifiers, and obviously I connect them in, and I've got loads of those. I just picked one, put it on a battery, and plugged it in.
Yeah.
And away I went, and it was quite interesting. So I shall do that now in a couple of minutes. Get this dry. Make sure my base is clean. I'll dry that off. So I think we got through that in good time.
Yeah.
Let's go back to my camera. I'm glad I messed about with this camera because it served me quite well, I think, in terms of what we want to be looking at, and
Yeah.
anything that's major, especially if we want to have a look, see if there's anything directly in it, and that's why I had to take it to the lab and use this under, the better lighting and magnification and the resolution. The resolution is very good. So that's that. So here I have is I don't think you'll see there's a 9-volt battery, super. And here's the two leads.
Yeah.
Can't see it's one black and one red, as you know. And right, I shall get thy trust thing. Oh, what I was going to do also was I have a brand spanking new mask, and I was going to strip down the mask and separate the layers and have a look at what's inside in
Why
real
not?
in real time.
Yes,
Oh,
Chris.
Right, okay.
brilliant.
Appreciate it, mate.
So here comes
Well,
the government's free source that's available to everybody without free. This is free, people. Look, and what a waste, eh? The amount of effort everyone's gone to make this, and I'm just throwing it away.
People are queuing up for that stuff as well.
Oh yeah, sure.
Chris, have you got enough sauce to last you?
I got plenty of sauce. Don't worry,
Oh,
love.
okay, good. Just checking.
Right, I'm putting connector on now. Are you ready?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
on.
Right, I'm just going to make sure there's no debris on the end of the probes, so I can't actually bring something in inadvertently. I'm just make sure they're clean, and I shall put them above just so you can inspect them before we start. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Actually, I can put one in. Doesn't really matter. There's one. Now I put the other one. Now, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Wow, see it fizzing.
Oh my God.
Right,
Oh.
it's fizzing. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh,
Now watch
oh,
this. Watch.
oh.
Now there's some stuff left behind there. Ooh, what is that black stuff? Now, I'll tell you what. I'm just going to stop it there for a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm
Wow.
going to raise it up now so you can have more of a better picture of it, hopefully, as to what's happening.
Amazing,
Look
isn't
at that
it?
black
What
stuff
some
that's purged out of it. Now I can see a big grey shadow in the middle here. See that big grey shadow that's formed?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the edge a bit more. See, it's having. Oh, look at that crap that's come out of there. Look.
Wow.
This is me electrifying it now in real time. That's it. Could be
What
boiling it.
It definitely reacting, Chris.
Yeah, it could be the current that's boiling the fluid, but you know, it don't like it, do it? It don't like it. Wait, look at all that crap there. What is that?
Oh.
It's burnt. Right, so the one that's fizzing is the black lead. Believe it or not. There's you can see the red and there's the black.
Yeah.
So even with it there, look.
Yeah.
So which would be classed as the cathode?
Well, the cathode would be the black, and the anode would be the red.
Like, so in ordinary electrolysis, the cathode is the one that would collect the hydrogen, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
Always, that the hydrogen goes to the cathode. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what that is. That
No, I
doesn't
don't.
seem to
I
be
don't know.
anything to do with it. But I'm just trying to think of what would ordinarily happen.
Now, with the current flow, I think they got it wrong. The current flow originally was the direction of current, positive to negative, but you know, Kirchhoff's laws proves it differently. So you talk about conventional current flow, or
Yeah. Wow.
something that. What is that there? That big thing. What is that? What is that? Don't know. Yeah, it's a big bullet. See if I can squeeze
Yeah.
that.
Are you moving it or is it
There's,
following?
no. Well, I'm moving it, but I mean, oh, I've lost that big ball. Come back, you.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah. What is that? Oh, it doesn't want to get hold of it, does it? It feels like. Is that growing?
It is.
Is
Oh,
that
It's
reacting
growing.
as if it's
It's
magnetic, Chris?
oh, not no. It's got. Is it still there? Look, it's growing. Look at the size of that. Come on. Where's it gone? Has it split?
Oh, yeah, it's split.
No, it's still there at the end.
Split now.
Yeah.
There's me. Short the battery out. Let's short the battery out. Yeah, let's get that battery hot. Come on, let's discharge the battery. Get full current in there.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a right fun. This I'm having lots of fun here. It reminds me of school. What are you doing, Jackson? Nothing, sir. Pushing back the frontiers of science. Don't be cheeky. Right, I think the battery's moderately warm. No danger.
Wow.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to check the voltage of the battery to see how much damage I've done. So I just get.
What's that all moving about?
Where?
It's all flowing, isn't it? Into
Aye. That's like a NASA picture, Chris.
It really does.
Yeah, I
A
must
new
admit,
a new galaxy. We just found it.
it's well. This morning it was about 9.5 volts. It's down to about 8.9 volts now. So half a volt dispensed. It's not bad. And put it on the tongue, it's still a bit tingly.
I bet you
Right.
tried it.
Right, let's get down a bit closer now, shall we? Oops, excuse me. See how far I can get this.
those spheres?
Remind us what we're looking at, Chris.
Oh, so this is special free source that's just been
Yeah.
electrified
Yeah.
by yours truly with a 9-volt PP3 battery. It was fully charged and brand new. So it's full current capacity at its maximum voltage. So here I'm just going to have a look, see if I can. Oh, that's not sure if that's. There's nothing in that one. There shouldn't be. So that one. So I'll do the black one. So that one. Nope. It's got to be one of these.
Can you get closer to these circles, Chris?
Yeah, I'll try and make. I'll try in a minute. Hang a sec. I've only got one pair of hands.
I know that, mate.
Karen wants nothing to do with it. Work away there, Chris. Enjoy yourself.
They're popping.
What just popped here, Chris?
They're popping.
Yeah.
I want to be as delicate as possible. Oh, damn. See, that's the trouble is, they must be inside the fluid because I'm hitting the top of the fluid. So I try and go in at an angle.
My one of them just exploded there a minute ago.
That might be my animal magnetism.
You think?
No.
Oh.
I think they are bubbles, aren't they? Let's give it a stab. Come on. That is a bubble.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the
That's bubbles. That's bubbles joining together.
Yeah.
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 What? Let's look at it closely. Now you've got it a bit bigger.
Bubbles. It's bubbles. Let's see how close I can get. I'm probably about that. Yeah, so as close as you get, the light is having an effect on it. So it is. Look at all that black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, as it dries out as well, it's where were we? We were here, weren't we? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Let's try and move it slightly. Yeah, I think she's it is. They are bubbles, look, but she's been attracted to the. It's almost like a static effect, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But it's funny how the dirt isn't, though, is it? The dirt's
No.
not being attracted. Look at that. Look. And you can start to see it starting to solidify here. See? So I can move it all about now. Look at the edges. If I spread that out, she should dry quicker.
Like it's all sealed inside a gel and spread out. So if you move one bit, the other bits at the bottom will move in a different way. It's all like it's all contained.
Yeah.
If I go down the bottom, I think it's a bit clearer. Is it? Oh. Let's have a look, see how that resolves itself there. Let's leave that and see how she goes there, shall we?
Right.
Well done. Well done, Chris.
Yeah.
Get another grand show, Chris.
It's coming. Look at that virus spreading.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll get a better picture of that. Is it? Do you think that's focused in good enough? I think so. If I get a bit closer, see if I can see anything happening. That's about it, is it? No, I'm going to be. That's about it, really. It's not too good, is it?
There's not a lot happening.
Well, don't forget, Mick, I've spread this out quite a bit now, and it's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
The very fact that nothing does happen now will, if it's just
Yeah.
a basic flu jab, we've seen what happens with the with it just sitting there and growing. I put another video up on my channel today, just a quick
Oh,
one.
have you?
Yeah, I put up
Excellent.
I put up the 4 times growth as well for
Right.
Yeah.
Well done on that, Chris.
for people to see. You know the longer video I did,
Yeah.
Aye.
and then I showed you guys the shorter one. I just put that up as well. So yeah, not a lot happening there.
No.
Okay, so I suppose we can call it whenever.
Right, right. That you finished then, Chris?
Yeah, unless you want me to do the mask.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did him. I
Yeah.
swore. Aye.
Yeah, please.
Okay, let me wind this up and just have another quick shot at it. Have a look, see what it looks like. I think that light's a bit bright, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's still a bit wet at the moment. That's all just going to dry out smoky, just like the
Yeah.
other photograph. Okay, so onto the mask. I should make sure that's all nice and dry on the. So here is, well, you can't see it, can you? But right. The mask is still in the cellophane.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
That's the band you put around your head, your ears. What was it? My boss said to me, he said, "Oh mate, he had an accident the other day." He said, "Lost his ears. He's a bit sensitive. Don't tell you anything." I said, "No, all right." He said, "You won't say anything, will you, Chris?" I went, "No, no, seriously, I won't." I saw him in the canteen. I said, "Hey, are you exempt from wearing a mask now, mate? Eh?" Don't worry about it. Anyway, so I put that straight down there. This is the inside of the mask. Okay. Here's the. Oh look, black speck already. I don't know if that was me or not. I don't know where that's come from. What is that? Oh, we don't want that in here. It's a bit of fluid that's still left on the needle.
Oops.
Don't want that, do we? Where's that black speck there? I just saw that. Honestly, I just took it out of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh.
God, what the hell is that? Let's get that off. Right, check for some others. Okay, so I tell you what, let's go under the flaps, shall we? Because when you actually put this on your face, it opens these.
Yeah.
So I open that. Hold that open. Take that up a bit. There's another black bit there. Look, that could be off me. Bugger. Right, okay. This is inside one of the flaps. There's a back speck there, a couple of black specks. I'm going to open up the next flap inside the mask, you know what I mean? See
Aye.
that? Okay. Quick look along here. That's me finger there.
Put that in.
I try and keep that steady as I can. What I'm going to do is come down a bit. Can you see? Can you see this sort of patch here? This sort of patch. You see that?
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm interested in at the moment. Okay, not too bad. Come down a bit more. Starting to get darker, aren't they? Or is it the lighting? See, that's not changing with the light, is it? See that? If I go up and down,
Yeah.
still saying the same, isn't it? Okay.
Lots of white speckles, isn't there?
Oh, aye. Getting darker.
Oh yeah.
Right. Get down a bit more. Some there. Look at that there. You see these?
Yeah.
Mm.
What magnification is this, Chris?
I couldn't really say. It has to be at least 10 to 20 times.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to try and get down even closer now. See if I can get a bit closer than that. I'm right on the cusp now. Ooh. There.
Right.
Yeah.
See it?
Right, so let me see if I can pick that out. Oh, see now, because it's multi-layered and it's bowing slightly. Yeah. Yeah. You see those? Where's me? Can't see my needle now. There we are. Ah, yeah, so she's bowing slightly. I can't keep it on there.
Yeah.
Right, so what I'm going to have to do is just rip this open now. I've got a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut out 3 of the layers so that they come out on top. Oh, don't tell me she's got me scissors again. Honestly, I've got to lock this bloody drawer, tell you. What am I like?
I love yours.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Okey-dokey.
Right.
Right. Now,
Um,
I've just ripped off. I'm going to open up the 2 layers. There should be 3 there. I think I did before. There's 1. There's the first one. Let's get that focused in. Well, that's not bad.
no, that's quite good then.
Okay. If anything, it should be the middle, or, which is more protected. Let's get the middle one in there, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to do this under a lot higher magnification. I mean,
I would think so.
yeah. You can see, you can just about see the individual. There's something there, look. I'm not sure what that is. It's very, very tiny. But then again, you'd want them to be tiny, wouldn't you?
Aye. Well, we cleared up whatever it was, Chris.
I think that was that off the needle tip? Could have been. I couldn't guarantee that. It could have been coming out. Could have been, mate. Let's have a look at the needle tip again.
Aye, it's on the needle.
Let's break that open. Yeah, some debris there, wasn't there? Let's have a look elsewhere then. Oh, what's that there? There's something there.
Do you mean where you've got your cursor, Chris? No.
Oh, right, that's a loose
Have I-
fibre there. Okay. What's that there? There was something here. Okay. It could be just the way the light is on the fibre then. Yeah. Well, I don't think that there's anything.
Nothing nasty.
No,
No.
not by the looks of it. No. So, okay. Well, I thank you for your patience, people.
Thanks very
No,
much,
thank-
Chris.
You.
Thanks for the show, Chris.
Yeah,
That's
brilliant.
awesome, mate.
Oh, you're welcome. That was a nice little bit to end on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was brilliant.
I mean,
Well done.
it's all about the truth and everything. I'm not going to try and fluff
Hey,
it
you
up
don't have
any.
to. You don't have to do- No. It ain't there, Chris.
It's very real and it's live.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can pause the recording now. Well, thank you very much for watching, everybody, if you're watching, and yeah, thanks awfully.